few months behind on this. Sorry we didn't catch this, but this was uploaded over the summer last year in June of 2018. But it's really interesting, and you got to wrestle with whether or not you should talk about something that you happen to miss that's really interesting or skip over it because you feel like you're not current. But anyways, nobody seems to have noticed this really, but this video of Bill Burr, one of the most talented comedians out there, very funny guy, also has a podcast. He's a very mainstream figure. He's got Netflix specials, one of the most successful comics around right now, was apparently a very big Slipknot fan. And on a episode in the not too distant past, Bill Burr talked about becoming a fan of Slipknot and just absolutely going off the rails. Here he is.
Everybody I knew listened to better music than I listened to in the 80s. I just was listening to, I listened to some good shit, but I was listening to a lot of hair metal, which is why I missed out on Pantera and all those bands that came out. I was too far in the other direction. Like, every rose has its thorn. Then all of a sudden I was like, people equal shit, right? I'm just like, what the fuck is this? This is, I'm as cynical as the next guy. Jesus Christ. That's another thing. I started listening to that Iowa album, that Slipknot shit, and I always liked the heretic thing, people equal shit. That was kind of funny. But I never I don't know, it was just too much going on, and now I'm listening to it 20 years after it came out going this album is unbelievable. But there's only so much music you're going to miss something, right? I got to forgive myself on some level.
So Bill Burr here maintains his status as one of the coolest comics around, and he admits he wasn't really into Slipknot at the time, but looking back, now he's rolling with Iowa all the time, as he notes in that episode. That's interesting. It makes you wonder, did any of you out there get into Slipknot later as opposed to when they were first emerging like many Slipknot fans did, or did you come on later on? And how did you discover them? Who was that person that introduced Slipknot to you? It'd be interesting to see how you discovered this band years later if you weren't really into metal, and how you got into that. So yeah, apparently Bill Burr is a certified metalhead. We've heard him talking about Pantera and a wealth of other metal bands. It just, again, solidifies him as one of the coolest dudes around. Anyhow, check out these recommended videos, and if you're new here, we post breaking hard rock and heavy metal news stories. Not that this is breaking news or anything, but it is interesting. So you can subscribe to us with notifications on. If you want to check out more heavy metal bands, more rock bands, stick with us here at Rock Feed. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you all very soon.